Thank you for watching the election web series training video on adding an elector. So to add an elector, once you've searched for that elector, and you can do that by using the methods that we've already discussed, you're going to be told when you do that search that no electors were found matching the search criteria. You're going to go up to the top, right beside the elector strike-off screen that you've been working in, go to the Add tab. There will be a drop-down. You're going to select Add Elector. Now we've got the Add Elector wizard. So in this case, we're going to start to type in the information that's presented to us from the elector, usually from a piece of identification. So I'm going to start to type in their name. The date of birth. In this case, our elector is 18 years of age. Once we've got their name and date of birth details, we're going to go into next. If you make an error and you don't make the elector 18 years of age, or if there's something that the computer gives you an error on, you will get prompted that this is incorrect information. In this case, we've incorrectly typed in the date of birth as 2001, and it's showing us that the elector is not old enough. Okay, so fix that up. I've put in the date of birth as 2000, and now we've got the find property. So I'm just going to type in what the address should be. Okay, and this is a residential address. We're going to click next. We've got the roll number selected. We've got the address. It tells us the ward and the poll. At this point, we know as an RDRO that we can ask the voter clerk to pull a Ward 2 ballot, but we haven't yet finished, so we don't know its school support. Okay. Now we've skipped over step 4, where it would have prompted us for some duplicates. If it skips over that step, that's good. That means it didn't find any duplicates. We've got the mailing address screen. So we've got our address there. It should pre-populate a postal code. We want to make sure that that's selected, and that's highlighted in blue. I'm scrolling all the way down to where it says next, and I'm going to click next. Now we've got our details screen. We're almost ready to save. So the occupancy status, MPAC wants to know if we've got an owner, a spouse, a tenant, or a boarder. And just like I explained during training, if you're not sure what a tenant and a boarder is, with a boarder there's usually food included in the relationship. So this could be a child that's living at home, that's of the voting age. You can select either. You can select that. When you're asking the elector what school support that they choose, the default is always English public. If you select anything other than English public, you can, in this case, our elector is going to be a French separate elector. You want to make sure that because they're a separate school board elector, that Roman Catholic is selected as yes, and that French language rights are also selected as yes, because you want to make sure that these are yes to prompt the appropriate school board support. If these are no, then it would give you an error. You also want to know your residency status, so whether or not they live in the municipality, whether or not they're a resident, or if they're a non-resident owner of the property in the municipality. In this case, with our fake elector, they are a resident. So we already know from the select property screen that this is a Ward 2 ballot, and now we know with this form we've got a French separate ballot that the voter clerk is going to provide to us. We're going to select the reason for the change, and like I said in training, we're always going to be selecting revision form. Add elector. We've got the green bar as confirmation that the elector has been added successfully. We want to go all the way down to the bottom in our actions menu where it says print. We're printing the EL15 form. That's the name we give to our revision form. Once we click that, we have our new window pop open with the revision form. We can see that we've got add applicant's name to the list has been selected for us. We've got all of this information. If this print bar does not appear at the top of the screen, you want to make sure that you're clicking into that in order to see that you can print, because you've got to print it from here. Okay, and then you press select print from the dialog box that opens up. That will print out at your voting location. You're going to sign it at the bottom where it says signature of clerk or designate. The date is already going to be pre-populated, and you're going to tick off approved, certifying that you have seen this person's identification. The applicant is going to sign up here at the top that they acknowledge that all of this information is correct and everything that they've given you is true. It's automatically dated as well. So you've added the elector in the system, you've printed the form, they've signed it, you've signed it, and you've handed them a ballot. That elector has been added. Thanks for watching.